Peace. Listen, a lot of times when we go through situations and circumstances, we tend to react. We tend to react to the circumstance and the situation. And in the process of reacting, we end up having to face a particular consequence ourselves. Why is that? It's because we haven't placed thought into the picture. See, when certain situations go down, before you do anything, you should process the situation. You should take a look at it and examine what's really happening in front of your face. You understand? So you can actually see very, very clearly before you decide to do anything. You have to see what's happening around you. A lot of times, because of our condition, because of our historical references here on this particular plane and here on this particular landmass, we have become reactionary. We are so used to being abused and traumatized that anytime someone says something to us, it's in a sense, it's an attack. And we have every right to feel like that because historically, up until now, everything that has been a part of our paradigm has been some form of trauma, be it physical trauma, be it mental trauma, whatever. The fact is, we have been systematically traumatized. So, therefore, in order to stop that trauma from affecting us in the way it does, because see, the trauma itself affects us in a way in which we do react. You understand? We become reactionaries, and we can't become reactionaries. We have to become thinkers. See, because thinking is the solution because everything starts with a thought. And when you deal with thought, you are dealing with the origin of the solution or the answer or the idea, which can lead to the solution or the answer. See, the thought is the catalyst that produces an effect. You understand? Just like somebody can produce an effect by saying something to you or touching you in such a way, physically putting their hands on you can cause a reaction. Saying certain things to you can cause a reaction because they're tapping into a particular part of you. You understand? A part of you that is always under attack. And it's called your psyche. You understand? Or your soul. See, your soul is constantly under attack all the time. And knowing that, this is where we go wrong. See, I call it Negroisms, they call it nigger moments, whatever. We have these moments because we don't have control of ourselves. And when we lack the control, these are the things that occur. So in the process of not having the control of yourself, you will fall victim to your own weakness. And that is having control of yourself. But when somebody else can push your button and cause you to react, that means that you're lacking a particular control mechanism within you. And that shows the other person the strength and power that they have over you to make, that you would have let this type of thing occur. And when these types of things occur, you have to look at yourself because there's nobody else to blame but you. You understand? For allowing someone else to push your buttons to put you in this predicament. Now, the thing is this, you can push my buttons, but you might not know that you push my buttons. But I might sit back and analyze that whole process, analyze it, and come out not with a reaction, but with something that can combat your method of messing with me. Because see, your method actually of getting at me is a reaction. You're using a reaction to get a reaction. So therefore, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to react to you. I'm going to think about the situation. I'm going to play it out and see the consequences and weigh both sides of the situation. If I can benefit from the consequence or the reward, then I will. But the reality is that you must learn how to watch, listen, and not be spurned by another person's intent. We have to learn how to see another person's intent. Because if we can see their intent before they even try to demonstrate it, then you've already beat them in the head. And we can see the intent of a person before they even express their intent because you can see it in the action, the makeup. You see the eyes talk and in other aspects of the person speaks. You understand what I mean? So we have to learn how to not to be reactionaries, but we have to learn how to be better at thinking, better at utilizing the signs and symbols in the environment around us because see, the environment speaks to us, but we're not listening to the environment and we're not listening to self. but we are listening to other people who can affect us and make us react. And this goes not only on the low level, but on a higher level. In all aspects of our society, we should not be reactionaries. On the job, in all institutions of our society, we have to not be reactionaries. We have to remove that weakness in us to react without thinking. We have to learn how to think, then react off of the thought process. It's like the brother who's sitting in prison behind bars, and now he's thinking about what he could have did different. You know what I'm saying? And he wouldn't be sitting behind these bars. But see, if he would have did that outside of the bars before the situation occurred or during the situation, if he would have thought about it at that moment, he wouldn't be sitting behind bars. Because see, what he did was he reacted. He didn't think at all. He just put a reaction out there. And that was what happened. Stop reacting. Peace.